Hi there, I hope you're okay, and if you're not okay, I hope you feel better soon. So, today's message is going to be a very simple message for everyone involved. This is for all of us. I'm here to remind you to be grateful for every single thing you have in your life right now. It can be friends, it can be a car, it can be a house, even if you don't own it, as long as you have a roof over your head. It can be a very nice meal or any meal at all. The mere fact that you have some of these things right now, you should be grateful. You should be, because there are so many people out there who don't have everything that you have, just like there are so many people in this world that have things that you don't have. Not having certain things that you admire or wish to have does not mean you failed yourself or you failed at life. Be patient with yourself. Learn to be patient with yourself and trust the process. I know sometimes we don't know for how long we should be trusting the process. We don't even know what process we are trusting. But at least understand that as you got the things you have now, you will get the things you don't have yet. Don't forget the keyword is yet. Yet means you will soon have them at some point. Sometimes we forget that the things we want, we get them and we forget to be grateful. It's important that you have a grateful heart, because a grateful heart conquers more, gets given more, gets awarded more, The other thing I wanted to remind you is to learn to forgive yourself. Sometimes we are too hard on ourselves, we probably date the wrong person and we blame ourselves. We help the wrong people, or at least we help people and they turn against us, or they don't return the kindness, or it can be anything you've done. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself, because you cannot control what people do. You can't control people's actions. You can't control anything. Sometimes you can't even control your own actions. Now, how do you expect to control other people's actions when you can barely control your own actions sometimes, Yeah, when you're kind, when you give your kindness out, your place, or rather your heart was in the right place. Take that as a win, Being kind is a quality that not so many people have. So you're special in that way. You're very, very special. So don't forget that, The other thing you should at least do more often, appreciate and be kind to yourself again, And this time the key word is appreciate. Appreciate all you're doing. Appreciate yourself. Understand that you're doing the best you can with the little or the few resources you have at your disposal. If you had more, you would do more. Appreciate yourself. Waking up, you woke up, you got out of bed. Appreciate yourself for doing that. There is people that are unable to wake up because they've lost their lives, And don't forget to pray. I know not all of you believe in God, but if you happen to believe in anything that you believe in, seek for its guidance. Pray for yourself through whatever faith you have. It's imperative, because the world is not only physical, it is also spiritual, as much as we don't all agree. Facts are stated. Appreciate yourself for every single thing you get to do, for every single act of kindness you put out there, for every little thing you do. Appreciate yourself. When you succeed in anything, small and big wins are all valid. Maybe you learned how to drive. Maybe you got a new house. Maybe you rented your own apartment. Maybe you bought yourself a new pair of shoes. Finally, maybe you bought yourself that coat you've been looking at, or maybe you happened to go shopping, or maybe you found a new man or a new woman, or whatever sex you have going on. All these are wins, all these are wins. Somehow maybe you have successfully found economic balance within your life. You found your spiritual balance. You found your emotional balance. Somehow, somewhere, as of now, you can ground your emotions. You don't overreact to things anymore. You don't act out of anger. Even learning to let things go is a skill that not so many people have. Sometimes we often look in the past. The past is important because it teaches us things we should not repeat, especially if they are bad for us. But we should never look too often in our past, because sometimes your past has a lot of pain and you'll be so stuck in it, you never heal, no matter how much therapy you get. So learn to look forward and dream. Never stop dreaming of something better, something more. You deserve more. You deserve better. Believe that you deserve more and work hard for that more that you want. It's not good to take advantage of people. It's not good to take advantage of others, because everyone has something they are going through. And that is why we have to be kind. Always be kind. Never stop being kind, because every single person is going through something. Sometimes people don't talk. Sometimes people don't even want to talk about it. But they are going through something. So when you meet people, a smile would be nice. A hug would be nice. A hello would be nice. When you meet people, be kind to them, because that nice gesture might save someone's life. Because we're not walking around with our problems written all over us. Some people are so good at hiding their emotions that you can never know what they are truly going through. But I read somewhere sometime, and someone said that sometimes the face of struggle is a smile. That the people that smile the most are going through the most sometimes. And they just choose to be happy even when they are struggling. So never assume that people are happy. Simply be kind to everyone. At the end of the day, life is too short. Believe me, life is too short. And none of us knows when we're going. So let's use the time we have to be happy, to be grateful, to appreciate ourselves, to be kind, not just to others, but to ourselves. You'll find people that are so good at treating others well, treat themselves so poorly. Think highly of yourself. You deserve those nice things. You deserve to take yourself out to a lunch. You don't need to have too many friends. You just need yourself. You are your own best friend first, before anybody else. You are your first true love, yourself, before you find somebody else to do that for you. You have to love yourself enough, because a heart that doesn't love itself can't love. It's not capable of love. As much as you believe you are, if you don't love yourself, you cannot convince me or anybody that you're capable of loving somebody else. So keep that in mind and understand that as much as you want to fall in love with that partner of yours or that friend of yours. If you haven't fallen in love with yourself yet, it's going to be hard. You're going to find yourself in a situation that has what they call a dependent type of love, So love yourself, because situations change, people go, people are always going to go sometimes, but if you love yourself enough, you understand that you'll feel pain when they go, but you won't feel as much broken as somebody that has nothing. And with nothing, I mean self-love. If you don't have enough self-love, you personally might have a hard time dealing or coping with loss, all types of loss. And sometimes understand that not everyone is meant for you. Sometimes we have a tendency of thinking that everyone is meant for us. Everything is designed to be for us. No, dear. It's not like that. Some people come into your life to teach you things should never be the way they are. Others come to teach you things should be the way they are. Those are what we call lessons. Some people are simply lessons in our lives. For example, if I woke up today and fell in love with someone, and I did everything I could to maintain that relationship, to keep it afloat, to keep it going, and the person still cheats or leaves me, there is nothing, absolutely nothing you could have done. Because when you find yourself to have done everything that you can or could do at the time, and it wasn't enough, there is nothing. Don't force situations. If someone makes you feel less and nothing you do is enough, it's okay. It's not your fault. You are not for everyone, and everyone is not for you. Have faith that at a certain point in time, you will find someone that will love you fully the way you want to be loved. You'll find somebody that will be there the way you want someone to be there for you. There is that person, but you have to work on yourself, because sometimes we meet the right people when we are the wrong people. It's that thing they say, you met the right person at the wrong time. There is no such thing as meeting the right person and you are bad for them and they stay. When you are not good for someone, they're going to leave you. When someone is not good for you, you leave them. We've each encountered a soulmate. Meanwhile, it's not that hard to find a soulmate. What's hard is to find someone at the wrong time, when you're not ready or when they're not ready. That's why you hear sometimes people say, you'll never find someone like me. They might find someone like you, or even better than you. Do you know why? Because at the time they might find that person like you, they might be ready to be with a person like you. But at the time they are with you, they are not ready. They are not the right person. This is why they always say, don't force anything in life, because at the end of the day, you force something that's not for you, it will only hurt you. It will only break you. When next you journey into a new relationship, be yourself. Any friendship, any relationship, any situationship, whatever you walk in, simply be yourself. Don't try too hard. Don't even try it all. Just be yourself. You should only try to be something you can maintain. But if you know for sure you cannot maintain to be that person, don't bother. Be yourself. If you are lazy, be your lazy self. If you love going out, continue going out. If you love to eat like me, keep eating. Don't cut your portions or anything. Just be yourself. Don't change your dress codes. Don't change anything unless you want to. Never change anything about yourself unless you want. Because at the end of the day, when you change for people, you can never be happy. You can never be content. There's always going to be a hole. This is why when people leave us, we are too hurt, because we put in so much work in this, because we worked too hard to be in these friendships, these relationships. Relationships are not supposed to be too much hard work. They are supposed to be work, but not too much hard work. You cannot be working hard on your job and then you come back to your relationship and you have to work even harder. Come on. Simply be yourself. A person that loves you, that values you, believe me, will be with you whether you don't like to wake up too early and you're not a morning person, and then they're a morning person. They'll still love you. They'll work around it. They'll be patient with you. If you met somebody that likes to go out and you don't like to go out, I'm sure you'll find things you both like to do. You do those. You don't have to change yourself. You don't have to inconvenience yourself too much to be with people. If you find yourself changing too much, it's probably not for you, and half the time it's going to end poorly, And for my sisters, please don't rush to have kids with people. Please, because don't forget, those people's DNA stays with you for the rest of most of your life, which is about 28 years, I think, if I'm not mistaken. You don't want that. For my women out there, please only have children when you are ready, when you want. And if you're young and you're watching this, don't allow anybody to pressure you into being something you are not, into doing things that you cannot normally do. Don't engage in acts that your belief, your gut goes against. Simply do things you like. Make friends that are not so different from you, because you're too young to be too different. You can be different, but if you find yourself in a group of friends who are doing things you don't agree with, it simply means you're with the wrong friends. Because believe it or not, sooner or later, you are going to do those things. Right now you say, nah, I can't do those. They're just my friends. Birds of a feather. They tend to flock together. Keep that in mind, Keep that in mind. Stop being peer pressured into doing certain things, because each one of us pays a different price. And when you are paying your price, nobody's going to come and be like, oh, we're friends, we did this shit together. Let's see how to take blame or to take accountability together. No, everyone will be in their own world. Sometimes you might like copying. Stop copying internet people. Internet people are not real. Believe me, I know. Half the time, I deal with so many internet people. So sometimes I get to listen to them. I get to do business with them. And sometimes I am so disappointed. But then again, this is not my world. I simply come to live in it. The things they do just to show everyone else that, oh, I'm doing well, I'm okay, everything is good. Believe me, half of these things are not real. Don't believe everything you see. this internet is filled with so much fakeness. Believe me, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked, I think this is why they say never meet your celebrity in person. Is it never meet those people? You'll be disappointed in one way or another. Sometimes some people are best left to be internet people. Leave them at that, but try not to look up to them too much. You'll be shocked. You don't know, especially these people who never show you how they make their money. You don't know how they are living the life they are living. It does not add up. Please stop overlooking up to them. You're only setting yourself up for depression, because a lot of people are depressed not because of their own lives, but because of other people's lives. A lot of people are dealing with depression because they look up to people and they feel like they can't match. You can't match up with these people because you don't know how they are making it. You don't know these people. Stop trying so hard to be like internet people. Be yourself. And if you can afford the life the internet people, internet girlies are living, live it. But if you know in your heart of hearts you cannot, I don't see why you're putting yourself under that kind of pressure. You're going in debt, you're running around with old men. We have so many diseases out here that are incurable that you can contract. You can lose your life in the process. We have people that are killing girls. We have so many unexplained deaths in societies of young girls. And in the end, when you find out who did kill the girl, sometimes it's the fellow friends because they're jealous, and other times it's maybe the men, the different men they are sleeping with. So please, only live a life that you can back up. These internet people put you under unnecessary pressure, put you under unnecessary depression. Please, you are loved. If you're not loved, or if you don't feel loved, understand that the God that created you loves you. Just appreciate yourself. And all these things take us back to our initial topic, which was be grateful for whatever you have. Forgive yourself for all your misplaced kindness. Appreciate yourself and be kind to yourself. If you happen to do these 4 things, believe me, all these other things that I've been ranting about up to this point, you'll never be a victim. Never. Because if you appreciate what you have, if you're grateful for what you have, there is no way you're going to be depressed because you're the person you're following on TikTok, on Twitter, got themselves a car or some new shoes, some Louis you can't afford, and this and that, or they are eating at a place and you can't afford to. You're getting sad for nothing. You're getting depressed for nothing. Be grateful for whatever you have. Be kind to yourself. When you're kind to yourself, there is no way you put yourself through that unnecessary depression and trauma of coping and trying to live a life you well know you can't back up. You can't back a life financially. Why are you looking up to that life? It's okay to aspire for things, but it's not okay for you to be so obsessed and depressed because you can't have something that some internet person has. Forgive yourself for failing to get that internet person's life. It's okay, but things can change all in good time. Pray for yourself. Do these things. These 4 things will change your life. Maybe they may not give you like a buttload of money, but they'll change your life, the way you think, the way you treat yourself, the way you carry yourself, the way you do your things. A lot will change. I understand my content concept has changed a bit, but I think I was doing a lot of talking in front of the camera, something I'm already doing on my main channel. I figured I could switch it up a bit, I love food, I love art, so now I just go to nice places when I can and record the scenery. So I talk through the scenery as you watch, different art or whatever. It can be nature. It's going to be a lot of these things. But thank you for watching to life. And if you haven't subscribed, by the time you've come this far in this video, please subscribe. And yeah, so we shot this video at Kepasa. Kepasa is in Uganda near Acacia Mall. I know when I told the owners I was going to talk over their place, they were skeptical if I should tag them. But then again, it is good manners to tag places where you've been, because sometimes someone might like it and they want to go there. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching to life. Please love on yourself, because there is no one like you. You are unique. You are created uniquely. It doesn't matter if you're twins. You are quite unique. You are created very, very uniquely. So yeah, see ya in the next video. I think I'm going to try and upload one video every week. It's better than nothing. Yeah. And thank you for watching, for those of you that have watched. As you see, the channel is still young, so please don't forget to subscribe. Yeah. Bye. See you.